Hey guys, some gamer dude here. Had a bit of problems this week. Things just weren't recording properly. The computer was fizzling up, and now stupid crap on the side of Imager. Really inappropriate stuff that's probably going to get me hit. Don't know why they're showing vasectomy images, but never mind. Let's just begin and hope this records well. Adatron, Angel of Knowledge. A 2-2 for one, so that's very below curve. Flying, Angel, enter, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal an Angel Resonator among them, put them into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. That is most definitely worth the 2-2 value. It's still a flyer, it's still in the air. It's not very much damage, but it's still enough that it's going to get annoying after a while. I think it's a good card. And again, I like the artistic choices in the set so far. Next up, Ayu, the Mysterious Wanderer. I know she's from the previous cluster. I think she's the only returning character we've seen so far. There's been returning characters mentioned, but she's the first actual returning one. 6-6 for 2 white. Quick cast. Tap, return this to its owner's hand. Enter, you may gain X life. X is the number of runes you have revealed from your rune area. Now that really depends on what runes you're running and how many of them cost 1 or 0. But you can realistically get 1,000 life a turn. Well, more than 1,000 life a turn if you run all of them having Divinity 1. Now I don't know if that's going to be possible anytime soon. But you can pretty much stall people out by that point and just take whatever and just play around until you're in a position where you can win, because you can just soak the damage. I don't think it's the greatest thing I've ever seen, but it's probably got potential to be very, very annoying. Hageth, Angel of Alchemy. 4 cost, 2 light. 7-9, yeah. Flying, Angel, enter, search your deck for an addition, reveal it and put it in your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. It really depends if the additions are worth it. It really is an addition you really need. I don't think we've seen an addition so good that you'd want to run this, but the potential's there. It's a forward momentum thing, and it might be backwards good too. We'll have to see. Ophiel, Angel of Guidance. She looks like she should be in the Darkness deck, to be honest, the Fallen Angel stuff. 5, 2 light for a 12-12 flyer, that's pretty good. Search your deck for an angel not named Ophiel, Angel of Guidance, with total X cost or less. X is the number of light runes revealed from your rune area, and put it onto the field. That's good. You're probably not going to run more than, say, a 5, because, well, chances are that's probably going to be the highest amount of runes you're running, and it's probably the highest drop you can run. I think the only closest we got so far is 4, but it's not a bad card. It's a +1, selective +1. It's going to probably going to put a flyer onto your field, and I think there are other angels that go well with this. I don't think this is a bad card. It's a cheat card. Really good, and damn, that art, the face, it's really nice. That's it for light. I think they're all good cards. I don't think there's really a dud in there. Some things might not get useful till later on, but we'll see. Next up in red is Black Spot Tiger. Red for a 4-4, and that's a really nice image. 0, this card gains flying until end of turn. It deals 200 damage to you. Pay this ability only once per turn. Well, why would you play it again? It's got flying. Unless you want to deal damage to yourself to trigger something else. But it's a 4-4 flying, and it just deals 2 damage to you. That's good. I really don't know why it's a flying tiger, but I like it. I think it's a nifty card. Did you want to take the 200 damage? I don't think it's enough to really worry about. The only damage that really matters is your last few points. Shengong Bao, Taoist of Kunlun. I don't know if that's a Dynasty Warriors reference. 2 red, 6-6. And wow, is this a lot of text? You may pay 1 less to play cards named Heaven Thundering Strike. Now that implies there's going to be multiple of the same cards with different effects. I think that's really interesting. That's what it implies anyway. This card gains +1/+1 in swiftness as long as you control a beast. Play it afterwards, but it even tells you it wants to interact with Black Spot Tiger anyway. Awakening once, it becomes a 3 cost. Search your deck for a card named Black Spot Tiger and put it onto your field, then shuffle your deck. So it starts rushing the opponent. That's pretty good. Awakening 1, search your deck for a card named Heaven Thundering Strike. Reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. So at least we know it's a rune now, as well. A chance as well as a rune. Well, probably a rune. I think this is pretty good. It's just on turn 2, it's a 7/7 with swiftness, but you have to have that beast first turn, and they can't be able to do anything about it. And then you just start swinging in. I think this is pretty good. Wooden Ox, Fire and 2, 0/12. Awakening 5, so it becomes an 8 cost. Great. This card gains +12,000, -800, and swiftness until end of turn. So it becomes a 12/4 without first strike. Okay. When this card is put into the graveyard from your field, it deals 800 damage to target resonator your opponent controls. That's crap. Unless it's something to cheat it out with the... No. I think that card's proper garbage. That's horrible. Finally, we get up to that Heaven Thundering Strike. It's a red and a 1 with the Taoist. It's only red. Chant Quick Cast. This cannot be cancelled if you control Shengong Bao as well. So, wow. This card deals 600 damage to target J Resonator. If this card was awakened, which is a red and a 2, it deals 600 damage to up to 1 second target J Resonator. So I think you have to choose a different one. I'm not sure, but 600 for 1 and can't be cancelled as long as you got this guy on the field. Oh boy, that makes the previous Thunderstrike card pretty lame by comparison. It's pretty good. Was it actually good? Let's go back. Was that a chant? Yeah, it's only a chant. It can't be in your rune deck. Lancelot, the Glass Knight. It's a 3 cost, 6/6, so it's pretty below curve as is. And to put a 1/1 counter on a target machine resonator you control, so it sets up something you've already got on the board. Remove 3 1/1 counters from resonators you control. Destroy target resonator. Yeah. I don't know if that's enough of a cost. We'll have to see how many they generate first. Removal a total of 10 +1/+1 counters from any number of resonators you control. J resonators your opponent controls lose all abilities until end of turn. Destroy all resonators your opponent controls. Wow. That's pretty nifty. It's a board wipe on a body. Yeah, it's got a setup, but I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty good. Merlin, the control unit of the Sky Round. It's a 4 cost with 2 blues, 6/8. Machine Awakening X. Ooh, that's going to get costly. Enter, search your deck for a machine with a total cost of X +2 or less and put it onto the field, then shuffle your deck. Considering blue has scry and blue has draw power, are you really ever going to want to use this? It's already a 4, and then you have to pay more for it. So, to get a 5-drop for whatever reason, you might want a 5-drop, you have to pay 7. That's great. I don't think I'd run that. If there's a 2-drop you specifically want, and you want basic... No. You'd have to really need it on the field and be able to get up to 4 and not draw it by then and not use other cards to try to draw into it. I think this card's pretty shit. Torrents of Energy. I don't remember this one. Divinity 2, blue and 2. It looks pretty cool too. Chant Rune. You pay 1 more to play this from your rune area, so it becomes a 4. Return target resonator to its owner's hand. If you control a machine, put it on the top of their owner's deck instead. 3 for spin to the top of the deck, huh? Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. And I think this is the last card. Vivian, the Mechanical Fairy. Ooh. That's cool art. It's kind of creepy, but the head mask is pretty cool. Blue for 3/3. Flying. Whenever another machine enters the field under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. And you remove 2 counters from this card to rest target resonator. That's pretty good. The more you call, the more of this effect you get, and the stronger she becomes. I think that's pretty nifty. I like it. I think there's some combo potential there. I haven't seen anything yet that you want to build a deck around, but I don't think Force of Will really does much of build a deck around this card type stuff. So let's go into green. Atlantis, the Wielder of Knowledge. It's a 3-cost, 2 and a 1. 4/12. It's pretty defensive. Discard a chant. This gains 8 until end of turn. Play only once per turn. So it becomes a 12/12 for 3 if you discard a chance. And you can do it whenever. So they're not going to know if you basically turn chance, whatever old crap you don't want in your hand, into a combat trick. That's pretty nifty in my opinion. That's pretty cool. I really, really like that. Lemuria, the Magic Boomerang. It's 3-cost, 0/8. That's the art they're going with. Enter, put 2 fling counters on this card. If there are 2 or more wind runes revealed in your rune area, put 4 fling counters on this card instead. Remove a fling counter from this card. This card gains +1000 until end of turn. Play this ability only once per turn. And green and a 1, remove 2 fling counters from this card. Destroy target resonator. Yeah. I'm not sure I'd use it. It's not really something I think is amazing. You'd really want to generate more of these counters. But I'd probably use it for the kill or resonator more than the combat trick, to be honest. But yeah, it's a combat trick to get boom, 1,000, but they're going to see it a mile away. Yeah. Magic Boomerang, 1-cost, quick cast. Chance, choose one, target resonator gains flying until end of turn, or target resonator you control returns to its hand. Return target resonator you control to its owner's hand, or this card deals 400 damage to target resonator. Well, I think the flying one is pretty cool. I think that's probably the part of this card you'd want to use. Mimi's Tribe Explorer, that's pretty nice art. It's a 4/6/4/2, including a green. And to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, you may reveal a Mimi Tribe. So choose a Mimi Tribe from the top 3. Yeah, that's pretty okay. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's pretty okay. And finally, black, the best colour. 4-cost, 2 black. Azazel, the Fallen Angel of Gloom. Yeah, she looks pretty glum. 9/10, nice art. Flying, because it's a Fallen Angel, they've pretty much got a lot of flying in black and white this set. You may pay 2 less to play this card if your opponent has 1 or less cards in their hand, which is 2-drop 9/10 for if they have and it's in their hand discard deck. Yeah, let's go with that. Enter, choose one. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Put a card among them into your hand and the rest into the graveyard, or target 2 resonators your opponent controls. Your opponent banishes 1 of them. Jeez. So you get to shoot it from the... well, you get to grab something from the top 2, or put your opponent in one of these die. You choose. Yeah, I'd say she's pretty good. Worth 4? Yeah, I'd say so, but the 2 makes it ever so sweeter. Now, this guy I saw before, he's a 6-cost. He's 12/12, but he's damn worth 6. Belial, the evil from the scriptures. Flying. If your life is 1,000 or less, so you're nearly dead, you may pay 3 less to play this card. So enjoy your 3-drop 12/12 near the end of the game. I'm pretty sure this has, black has a draw card. I don't really, let's see if I can bring that up right now. Let's just see. Enter, destroy all non-fallen angel resonators. So you run a theme deck, everything else dies. And let's see. Whenever a resonator is put into the graveyard from the field, this card deals 100 damage to your opponent. So basically, board wipes, and they, yeah, that's pretty nifty. Now, I just wanted to check if black does have hand discard at a, hand draw at a cost, because I'm pretty sure. Yep, Whispers of the Devil. It's a rune, chant rune. Draw 2 cards, lose 500 life. You can get to this pretty easily both ways. Draw into it and lose life. So he's pretty nifty bomb. Then Look of Corruption. It's a 1-cost black. Look at your opponent's hand. Choose a card with 4 or less cost. They discard that card. If this card was awakened, so it's a 3-cost, you may choose a card with total 5 or more. They discard that card. That's in addition to the 4-1 you got. So at 3, and it doesn't tell you that it doesn't tell you can only choose 1. But to be quite honest, I wouldn't kicker it. I don't think it's worth it. You have to know they have a bomb in their hand from other cards. But black has those too. You can pick at their hand, go, they have a 5-drop, and chances are they do have a 4 or less. Let's get them rid of them both. And it's, what, you're paying 3. So turn 3, you can bring your opponent's hand down 2, and make sure you get rid of a bomb and something else good. So that's a good card too. And finally, Minister of Grift, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is final. 2 black and a 2, 5/5, that's bloody abysmal as is. Enter, resonators your opponent controls, gain -5/-5 until end of turn. Because it's not -6/-6, I don't really like this card, to be honest. You have to use it in tandem with something else, and it's already a 4-drop. And a 5/5 at that. I'd just rather use, I think there's a black card in Raya that says all opponents' resonators gain -6/-6. Considering that 600 is the mark you have to hit for 2 drops, I'd much rather use that. This card is shit. It's an uncommon, I feel sorry for your full lot. Anyway, I like a lot of what I've seen. Still think black's the best. I think white is coming up there. I think white and blue are pretty steady for number 2. Red is getting better. Green's still kind of mess. I'd say tier 1's definitely black. Blue and white are tier 2. Red and green are tier 3. Anyway, this has been some Gamer Dude, and I'll see you guys next video.